Maybe he doesn't mind starting out back away from all the clamor at the start. We'll see.
Well, Mike, we don't have DW here today, but the biggest thing we want to do is wish Bill French Jr. happy birthday today.
Yes,
Vice
sir.
Chairman of the board. Happy birthday, Bill.
And with that, green flag. We're racing in Bristol.
See real quickly right now, Carl Edwards gets out front, but for a good break with Jeff Burton, he's able to dive in right in behind him and fill that number 2 slot and get down low.
It'll be a fight for the
Trouble off a turn 3 already. We got 2 cars around. Randall Joy.
Tim Feeder win the 12. Caution is out. A lot of damage to that 12 car of Tim Feeder.
Yeah, Brent Sherman came past and tore the tail off it, trying to sneak his way through there without success.
Well, that didn't take long.
Gosh, no.
You know, you think, guys, after yesterday, they might have learned something. We need to get further than this one lap.
Well, they did, but things happen, Jeff. Oh, that's a mess.
See everybody fighting for the bottom. Looked like Tim Feeder with a 12 car went up the racetrack and got into the left rear of Randall Joy in a 34 car. And we're lucky we didn't have more cars involved. You see Paul Menard in 11 just barely squeaking by. Looked like someone did clip the 12 car there.
Yeah, it was Brett Sherman got into him.
The 58. Okay. Riding with Stacy Compton, the 59 car. Looked like maybe Tim Feeder would clip that apron. His car shot up the racetrack and got into Randall Joy's left rear quarter panel. It happened so fast here.
From Kevin Harvick. As yesterday, snuck through another one.
That's a view he had for a lot of the laps yesterday early in the race.
This is one of those tracks where Richard Petty used to say, I'd rather be lucky than good any day. Need a little bit of both here. Kevin Harvick had a little trouble getting past Jeffrey Bodine there. And now pulls down on the 49 of Steve Grissom. Let's show you what happened here as Harvick tried to make that pass on Bodine.
Got down in that corner right there, got in the back of him just a little bit. Really working hard trying to get off that corner, but
turn 2, the 5 goes around. Blake Feast, he and the 1 of Johnny Sauter got together.
Caution is out.
No harm, no foul.
Get going, the leader's coming on your right. Go, go, go.
Trying to get him going before the leader.
Get caught back up. I don't see any flat tires. Get caught back up. We'll come in. Put that scuff set on the wall, guys. Put that.
Feast grew up about 25 miles from the University of Illinois, which plays tonight for the National Basketball Championship. And in his pit sign is a big picture of Chief Illiniwak, the symbol of University of Illinois. He's a big fan.
Big fan for sure. And right now, I think we heard a second ago, his crew chief, Jim Long, was giving the instructions to try to get him caught back up and tell him to pick through what he wanted to have done. They'll have to do a little bit of work right there. Looks to me like he may have just got lost. This may have lost it right in the middle of that corner instead of Johnny Sauter getting in the back of him.
Look at all the cars splitting him high and low. Matt Kenseth in the 17. There you see Dale Jarrett in the 90 going down on the apron.
From Stacy Compton.
Hold it up, hold it up, hold it up. Good job.
About all you can do is hold it up and stop. Hope nobody hits you in the back.
16 laps, 2 caution flags. Typical Bristol.
2-1 right here.
And he's actually pitting in the same pit box I think he basically pitted yesterday in the Nextel Cup race.
But it's amazing sometimes how confused you can get here at Bristol. Things happen so quickly. And when you have a problem like that, you just need somebody to tell you something. You can hear him holler on the radio. Tell me something.
Turn 2, Nemechek gets spun around.
We are under caution.
So 3 cautions in 36 laps.
Look at the left rear quarter panel on that car. It looked like somebody may have got it. Oh, a little bump and grind here going, okay, chain reaction.
Chain reaction.
Chain reaction.
Sterling Marlin ran into the back of Stacy Compton. Nemechek was just the next car in that accordion as it all crunched together.
Pit road is open that time. We're seeing most of our leaders stay out. We're on lap 38, but about 14 of those laps have been under caution. Now, so far, this strategy has worked out okay for Matt Kenseth in the 17, but now Mike Wallace in the 6, he continues to lose position. He's fallen now all the way back to the 10th spot. He has his hands full right now with a bunch of other cars.
Shane Meal, who is running almost as quickly as Jeff Burton right now.
Got trouble. The 10 car. Jourdain. Hard hit down in turn 4.
All right, let's get going.
5th caution of the day, and it comes at lap 98. Shane Meal will get a lap back.
Get it going. See, it's in the back. It's in the back.
And the Bear Creek Soups, number 10, has heavy damage to the left side.
So, yeah, Shane Mill, he'll get the free pass, so he'll be back on the lead lap.
Jourdain spotter talking about someone hitting him. I'm not sure who. Maybe we'll see right here. Oh, boy, the race leader.
He never hit him. He just got loose going off in the corner on a lot older tires and maybe trying to overdrive the car, trying to do what he needed to do, and that's stay out in front of that leader.
Yep, spotter was mistaken. There was no contact.
He was close, but he definitely did not hit that 10 car.
But that is a hard lick. Safer barriers installed here now at Bristol on the outer walls.
Stay down. Caution south. Caution south.
With 105 laps complete.
The amazing thing, we're almost halfway, and we still have 42 cars out there of the 43 that started this race.
And Larry, that really helps kind of complicate things when you got that many cars still on the racetrack.
Yes, it does.
Reed Sorensen works around the outside of Jeffrey Bodine's number 72, trying to get a spot away from Mayfield. Whoa, around goes Shauna Robinson. And Clint Boyer gets spun in the aftermath, and Ashton Lewis gets spun.
Oh, and that was just a chain wreck.
Oh, no.
Still wrecking over here. Shane Mill in the 32. Looks like Stanton Barrett in the 36. Mike Wallace and all this. They were in the middle of turn 1 and 2 when this wreck started, Mike.
Look at this wad.
Tyler Walker. I mean, all these cars right here in the back were trying to get checked up, and it was just like a domino effect.
The next car to get spun around, I think, was Ashton Lewis, and by the time it was done, Clint Boyer, then Ashton Lewis, and then 5 cars piled up. Here's Lewis. Let's see how this started. Now, this is a little behind it. There goes Shauna. She's already around.
Looked like maybe Tony Raines in the 33 may have got him.
If there was contact.
Yes.
There you see the 2 of Boyer, the 25 of Lewis, but everything else happens coming off turn 2 well behind this wreck.
And the hits just kept on coming after that kind of got triggered right there. 33 gets in the back of the 23.
This should show it all right here.
And you can see the 33 is probably going off into turn 3 right now. And here this group comes. Look like they just started checking up. Justin Labonte got in the back of Tyler Walker, and it just escalates from there.
I'm not sure if Shauna wasn't just loose around in the corner and then Raines got there.
Michael Walter got in the back of Ashton Lewis when he came up off that corner and spun him around.
And in the defense of these drivers that get into the back of other cars, things happen so fast here. All it takes is somebody jumping out of the throttle.
You're clear.
That we'll watch for Michael Walter. He's behind Ashton Lewis here. Ouch.
He got in the back of Ashton because Ashton checked up because of what he saw in front of him.
Great job.
Let's ride with Shane Meal.
He's in behind Mike Wallace.
I think that first in-car replay confirmed what I believe, that Shauna Robinson's car was loose in turn 2. Tony Raines had momentum, came up and into her, and that's how this all got started.
Guys, the one thing I'm just curious about, now he called in there and told his crew chief, Bono Mannion, hey, you got to do something kind of free this car up. But Larry, it looks to me like he sure is running it awful hard if he's trying to protect that right front tire.
And he's fixing to get into some lap cars, just about to get to him as you see him pull up on the back of Steve Grissom in the 49 car. And that's when you can potentially very much overdrive your car. A good little old battle shaping up. Is back there in the 3rd position right now. David Stremme in the 4th.
Turn 2, Jeffrey Bodine. Gosh, I hate to keep interrupting you, Larry, but it just keeps happening.
Hey, you got to keep your story short here because it happens fast.
That might have been contact that sent Jeffrey Bodine and the gunbroker.com Chevy around. This will be the 8th caution of the day, and it comes at lap 145 with just over 100 to go. Did he and Johnny Sauter have an issue down in that corner? Let's see.
They sure were awful close to one another. Johnny Sauter follows the 72 car back down in the corner, right in the middle of the corner. Bam!
Wasn't much, but it was enough to speed you run here to send you around.
You know, you corner with such force here at Bristol in these banking. Darrell said if you could stand on the racetrack and just give that rear bumper a push with your hand, you could spin that car around.
In front of you, right in front of you. In front of you, right in front of you.
Kevin Harvick, he just keeps kind of dodging all these bullets. He was right behind that 1 and 72 car. You know, Harvick was putting a lot of pressure on Johnny Sauter. And that's one of the reasons why he wasn't given as much as he probably would have been.
Just a little bump and run moved him up the racetrack a little to get by, just like Carl Edwards just did to Paul Menard, but Edwards paid the price on that one.
He was completely sideways down in turn 3 and 4.
And saved it.
And remember, he's our points leader.
David Stremme gets past the number 60.
And these are all cars that elected to come to pit road on that last caution to get 4 tires, but these guys are back in the 21st, 22nd, 23rd position.
Announcement that crew chief Brad Parrott has got to tell his drivers, settle down. Let's get back in your groove. You got a good race car. Everything got kind of jammed up when he tried to get in Paul Menard. It didn't quite work out. So you got to be patient right now and take a deep breath every now and then.
Watch what happened here to the 60 of Carl Edwards.
See Paul Menard in 11. Carl Edwards was almost all the way down on the blacktop, the apron.
Back
remember,
straight away.
Transition.
Trouble. Justin Labonte goes around. And caution is out for the 9th time. Yellow at lap 162. A hard hit to the inside safer barrier for Labonte. I'm not sure if he didn't get the outside wall first.
Yeah, that right side of that race car is pretty flat, Mike. He hit real hard.
It's John Wood just behind.
That was a hard lick by Justin Labonte.
He flattened. And again, Larry, thank goodness we got those safer barriers.
It was probably a little contact. And like we've said, it doesn't take much. Now behind him, now everybody's hard on the brakes because he's coming across the racetrack. That's Mark Green in the 7 getting by.
And guys, another thing I want to point out, right where he hit is where the old gate used to be. So again, we got the safer barriers, and there's not a gate over there anymore that can compound the problem when you do get that outside wall.
Deja vu all over again.
It took him 180 laps, guys, but he finally got back to the lead.
Longer than Sterling Marlin in the 40 car, Ashton Lewis in the 25 can keep Jeff Burton in the 21 car behind them. The better that'll be for Kevin Harvick.
Big group here as Carl Edwards knifed his way through traffic, and Martin Truex just bounced off the wall. And up goes Jeffrey Bodine to the fence. Stremme's going to go there too.
Blake Feast in the 5, J.J. Yaley in the 18. Several cars come down pit road, like Joe Nemechek, Randy LaJoie, Stanton Barrett, Tim Feedaway.
Edwards had a hard time getting past the lap car of Bodine, and in the midst of heavy traffic, Bodine Chevy got sent to the turn 2 wall.
Got hit in the left rear there.
We got the 87 car around right there on at the exit of pit road there. He came down, he was smoking real bad, so undoubtedly, Larry, he's got a busted oil cooler. He's spinning out in his own oil just about. He got caught up in that mess because he had to come down pit road late. And we continue to watch Joe Nemechek as he tries to bring his battered machine down on pit road.
We talk a lot about the eye of the storm, and in this case, it is the 72 of Jeffrey Bodine just coming into view on the right of your screen. Nudges Truex up and into the fence there. Now Truex and David Green, they're coming. They're trying to get through. And Truex gives Bodine the boot.
That's a little, I would say, a little bit of payback, what you call it, guys.
But, Jeff, you and I were looking at it. I think it started earlier than what we had there in that replay. It started back in turn 3 and 4 the lap before that.
Yeah, they were 3 wide. Carl Edwards and all of those guys had gone 3 wide trying to get around Bodine, and everything got really kind of bunched up because of that reason. You see, he squeezes Martin Truex in the wall, and Martin says, hey, I can play that game. Here I come. And away he goes.
This is about the second or third time that Jeffrey Bodine in the 72 car. Remember, Johnny Sauter in the 1 got into him, and here's that chain reaction again.
Yeah, and these are all innocent victims.
And Larry, what do you try to tell everybody? You got to leave your feelings outside.
If you don't, you'll get them hurt.
You're riding with Shane Meal.
Got a wreck in front of you. Wreck in front of you. Back her now. Back her now. There you go. Beautiful.
You got 2 problems when you're Shane Meal.
And then Martin wrecks himself.
You've got to slow down to miss the wreck, and then you got to speed up to keep from being the wreck.
Hold it up. Go low. Good job.
And I think the decision that the spotter and the driver has to make here with the banking that's even on the straightaways is thinking that car's going to come down the racetrack. And you know what? That's what Kurt Busch thought yesterday with Jeff Burton, and Jeff Burton actually went up the racetrack. Now remember, Johnny Sauter in the 1 car, he's 4 laps down from having a penalty. Martin Truex Jr., he's 1 lap down from having a penalty. And right now, Martin Truex Jr., the 8 car, is unlapping himself. He's back on the tail end of the lead lap. But he has fresher tires than Kevin Harvick in the 29.
Watch the 41 come up on the 17 of Matt Kenseth in a hurry.
Gives him a little boot right there.
36 Grissom pounded the wall, debris on the track. Caution out.
Big break for Martin Truex Jr., though. Just received that 1-lap penalty for rough driving. He will be back on the lead lap now, Jeff.
Exhaust pipes.
Somebody's tailpipe.
Yeah, Grissom's. He hit the wall hard, Jeff, in the middle of turn 2. This is the 11th caution of the day.
All right, so that'd be Stanton Barrett in the 36 car.
I'm sorry, you're correct.
He goes off down in turn 1.
That was a hard hit.
Yes, it was.
Right in front of you there. Right in front of you. Go low. There you go.
Shane Mill here in the 32 car back in the 17th position. There you see the exhaust pipes came down. Somebody actually ran over him. Someone else ran over him.
And you're right, that was Stanton Barrett. Steve Grissom used to drive that car. He's now in the 49. So Stanton, who got his first Nextel Cup start of the season yesterday here at Bristol. Sorensen having a look underneath Matt Kenseth.
Still all clear. Pull away from him now.
Nothing there.
Just looking right now, our 2 Richard Childress cars up there running 1 and 2, Kevin Harvick, Jeff Burton, their lap times are very close. Jeff Burton just a little bit quicker running in second.
Trouble turn 4, Brent Sherman in the wall. Here come the leaders, but caution is out.
And Johnny Sauter in the 1 will get another lap back.
Well, that'll be yellow flag number 12, and it comes at lap 214. Sherman was involved in the first incident of the day at lap 1. Let's see what happened here to the Serta Hickory Farms machine. Contact.
Definitely got some help.
From...
It looked like the 0, Curtis Davis, got into him, and he almost came back up, took Curtis Davis out with him.
Shane Meal has bumped and run the last 3 cars he's passed, and you see he's gotten the back of Dale Jarrett there at least once. It's an effective technique, but it's not pretty.
Right now, Shane Mills in the 13th position, Dale Jarrett in the 90 in the 12th position.
Oh, John Wood just got shot up the hill by Carl Edwards.
Well,
and Jarrett.
Shane Mill get together on the front stretch. Caution is out.
All clear. Caution's out.
And with 3 laps to go, that will be the race. I believe
I'm not sure on that one, Mike. This could be set up possibly for a green-white checkered because the caution came out before the white flag was displayed.
Larry, I believe you're right.
You're right,
we'll
Larry.
Have a green-white checker on this.
You are correct.
I don't know if we need a green-white checkered here today.
The leader had not, he was coming around, he had not taken the white flag.
Dale Jarrett sitting there in the 90 car.
And Michel Jourdain just behind him, who was also piled up in that. And Larry, you're correct. They have red flagged the race. They will line this up for a green-white checker finish. The battle there was between Shane Meal and Dale Jarrett. Meal the 32, Jarrett in the 90.
Just coming off turn 4. Just gets into the left rear quarter panel. Dale Jarrett gets a little bit sideways, and Shane Meal pretty much gets into the left rear again. And then, of course, Michel Jourdain comes along. Hard lick right there.
Shane Meal has showed no patience over these last 20 laps. He moved Kenny Wallace out of the way to pass him. He moved Clint Boyer out of the way to pass him. And gets in the back of Dale Jarrett.
Come on, all clear. Caution's out. Come on.
Clear. Got one down low spinning. Down low spinning. Go to the bottom. Go to the bottom. Go to the bottom. You're good. You're good. Pull in behind the 2.
Your spotter
the 2
is the
there.
most important tool you have here at this place. A lot like Daytona and Talladega.
We've set a record for caution laps. We've now set a record for red flags here at Bristol now with 3, and we have tied the record for caution flags at 14.
Saw the damage on the right front of Shane Mills' 32 car. Right now he is shown in 12th position.
And Dale Jarrett climbs out unhurt after a hard crash into the inside wall and then up to the outside.